Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Today I'm walking you through this tutorial step by step. I did this really bright, hot pink and purple, colorful, smoky eye that for me is still fall appropriate. Even though it's bright and colorful, I still feel like it's vampy and deep. I used the new Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Storm palette for this look and I love this palette. I can't wait to show you it in action. But yeah, if you want to see exactly how I did this, please subscribe and let's get started. So I think I'm gonna start with my eyes because I normally do my face first and I'm getting bored. Also today is a Saturday. I normally don't film on Saturdays, but this is the day that like Ruben really works on the house and he's working in the bathroom right across from this room. So if you hear any banging, any F-bombs, he's putting up tiles, so you might hear a little bit of that. But I'm gonna start with my eyes because I always start with my face and I'm bored of that. So I went to Target the other day to replenish my L'Oreal brow pencil, but they didn't have my shade and I was just looking around and I saw this. I've never heard of this brand before, Arches and Halos. It just looks like the Brow Wiz pencil from Anastasia, so I'm excited to try this. Okay, I feel like this is not focusing for whatever reason. There we go. I got neutral brown. We'll see how this goes. I thought I'd try it out. I feel like I've really been enjoying drugstore brow products. I like that on the tube it says pencil and then brush here, so you're not like opening the wrong side all the time. Also, I have this like massive pimple here that's finally healing. Ooh. So far, I'm loving this. The color is perfect. I'm thinking about getting my eyebrows microbladed. I have been looking for an artist around Chicago and Northwest Indiana, and I haven't been able to find anybody that I really like. And then I found someone that I think I like, and they work downtown. It's been hard to find a good one. And yeah, I looked into it. I think I'm gonna do it. I don't know when, but I'm thinking about it. If you've gotten yours done, please let me know your experience. Also, if you live in the Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana area and you have yours done, let me know where you went or where to avoid. Getting a face tattoo is just slightly terrifying. Okay, I really love this. I think it's mainly like the color. I do wish it was a little creamier of a formula, but it's very easy to blend. It's very easy to apply, and I'm really liking it. I will definitely use this. Don't you hate when you buy a product and you don't end up liking it? I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm gonna be using the new Anastasia eye primer. I've used this about 3 times already and I really like it. I've been die-hard for the MAC Painterly paint pot for a long time. This is how this comes out, just like that. But this I really like because it's so lightweight. The Painterly paint pot can go on pretty thick. The only thing I don't like about this one in particular is that it kind of goes on white-ish, which if you're doing like a bright colorful look, that can be good because then those bright colorful shades will really stand out. But for like an everyday look, I don't see myself really using this because even the Painterly paint pot is a little bright and will really block out my eyes. But they do have different shades that you can choose from, and you can also be a little bit more light-handed with it. In this too, I was a little bit more light-handed just now, but still it is a brighter color. I'm just gonna set that with some powder. I always use the Makeup Forever H104 powder. I actually haven't tried it yet without setting it. I really should because it's possible I don't even need to. I've been dying to use this palette. This is the new Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Storm palette. It looks so beautiful. And it's got all of these really pretty bright colors, but yet is still fall appropriate somehow. I don't exactly know what look I want to do. Normally I have like a look in mind. I can see something and kind of like envision it, but today I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking something a little bit more cranberry-y, but these purples are also screaming out to me. You guys know that I love purples. So we'll see where this goes. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I think I'm going to first go into Lunar Eclipse, which is the orange shade. And I'm gonna use the Smith 232, is it? 230, yeah, 232. And I'm gonna just apply this really lightly so that it doesn't go on too pigmented at first. Nice light wash. It'll kind of peek out from behind the other shades. This is really weird not having my foundation on right now. Kind of bringing it out towards my temples. Now I'm gonna go into Lucid Dream, which is that really pretty like fuchsia hot pink color. I'm gonna use the same brush with a very light hand, just like I did the previous shade, and bring that in the crease. And I'm holding really far back on my brush, like middle to end. That way I don't apply too much pressure and too much all at once, especially using such bright shades in the crease, and I have such a fair skin tone that these will show up really, really bright if I just go in with a heavy hand. If you have a deeper complexion, you don't have to be as careful because they're not going to be as bright on a deeper skin tone. So if you do want it to be more apparent and brighter and more pigmented, you can hold up closer. But if you don't want it to be like that, you can hold back like this. And once you got a lot of the product off, you can kind of move up further towards the brow and towards the temples. Okay, I'm gonna go into my what is this? Okay, it's all rubbed off. I can't find it. What is this? E35, I think, from Sigma, this brush here. And I'm gonna go into that Lucid Dream shade again, the same one we were just using. It's just gonna be a little bit more precise while still blending it out because it's still a fluffy brush. It's just gonna be a little bit more pigmented. Starting on the outer corner and really pressing it in there, and then bringing it closer in towards the front part of the eye. So now I'm gonna hop over into Astrid Lust, which is the shade here. Every time I see the word Astrid, I think of Astrid from The Office.
So this is Astrid. Astrid. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go into that with my Smith 247 brush. I'm gonna put this on the outer corner, kind of give a little bit of dimension here with this purple. I don't think you're really going to be able to tell that I have got pink, orange, and purple. It's all just kind of going to mix together seamlessly. So I'm going to put this here to give just some depth to the eye. So now I'm going to grab that Lucid Dream shade, that hot pink one, and just pat it here on the lid because I think I'm going to try and layer that with Solstice, which is this shimmery shade right here. It looks like it kind of has like a little pink shift to it. I might even add in this color Fireball, but I think if I put Solstice over Lucid Dream, it's gonna kind of give me the color that I'm thinking in my head. I also kind of just like the matte. I'm gonna go into Solstice with my finger. Oh yeah. That's what I was wanting. So freaking pretty. Exactly what I wanted to happen. I'm gonna grab that Fireball shade, pop it right here, see what happens. I'm also gonna grab a little bit, just a little bit of Electric Amethyst, this shade here, but only a little bit because I don't want this to go too purple. Oh my gosh. See, it's almost like when you layer them together, they blend together. I'm gonna highlight my brow bone with the highlighter that I'm gonna use on my face. This is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. I haven't used this in forever, but it is a classic highlighter that I feel like everyone had back in the day, and I haven't used in so long. So I'm gonna use that on my face, but I'm also gonna use it to highlight my brow bone. It's like one of those highlighters that's not too gold, it's not too silver. It's a great in-between shade for my skin tone. Okay, I'm gonna do some winged liner. I'm gonna use the Inglot Gel Liner number 77, which is my favorite. And I'm using the 250 eyeliner brush from Makeup Forever. And now we can move on to the face. Zoom out just a touch. So for the face, I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Matte Oil Control Primer. I haven't really noticed much of a difference with this, but I don't notice a difference much with any face primer, to be honest with you, unless they're too hydrating and like for like radiance, then I notice that like it really makes me oily because I'm just like oily anyways. So anything that's like mattifying or for long lasting power, which all primer is, I just usually don't really notice like the biggest difference. Ruben has earphones in, so he can't hear anything I'm doing, and I think he like forgets that like when you sing out loud it makes noise. Okay, so my primer is on, and now I can go with foundation. I'm gonna go into the Anastasia foundation. I really have been loving this. I love that it's got like two sides of like a logo, and I'm in the shade 220N, which I'm pretty sure stands for neutral. I'm gonna use my IT number 7 brush to blend this in my skin. I just love the finish this gives. It's very luminous, but also looks like skin, but also makes your skin look perfect. I don't know how to explain it. It's one of my favorite foundations right now. And then I have a new concealer. This is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I just picked this up at Ulta. I totally forgot that they even had ColourPop there. But their shades are a little bit weird, so I have light 10 and light 14. I don't know which one's going to work. I feel like they look really light, and then they dry down darker. So we'll see. I'm gonna bring, yeah, see the 14 is gonna be fine. Could even go a little darker, I think. Like, wow, that is bright. Lately, I've been using my Sigma High Cheekbone Highlighter brush for my concealer. I mean, I've used this before, but lately this has been my go-to. I'm just gonna go over that with my foundation brush to kind of blend the foundation color with the concealer, because that concealer was so bright. And a little bit more over here. Okay, so it's been a while since I've used this. This is the Bobbi Brown foundation stick, and I have the shade Almond number 7. I used to use this for cream contouring all the time, but it's been a long time since I have, and then I used it the other day, and I loved the way that it looked. I still ended up, I think, going in with like regular bronzer and contour and stuff, but I just like the way that it kind of like peeks through those other products. Sometimes it might seem that like applying more and more products can look really cakey, and sometimes it can if you do a heavy hand, but if you do a light layer of multiple products, then they kind of just work together to look really, really natural. Kind of like when you use like 500 eyeshadow shades, you can make it look like you're not wearing 500 eyeshadows, as long as you build it slowly and use a light hand and all that kind of stuff. So I used this brush for the first time. This was the Hollywood Complexion brush from Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm gonna use that today with the foundation stick. I just pick it up here like so, and I'm gonna stipple it in like the contour and bronzing areas, because this isn't technically like a contour color for my skin tone. It's a little too warm for that, so it's gonna give me warmth while also creating like a guideline for my contour. Now I'm gonna go in and bronze. I'm gonna use the Hourglass Diffused Bronze Light Bronzer. I haven't used this in a while, and this is one of my favorite go-to bronzers. And just kind of go over where I went with that Bobbi Brown stick. I love the color that this gives. It's such a good neutral bronzer. It's not too warm, not too cool. All right, for blush, I'm gonna be using the Tarte Exposed blush. This is one of my favorite blushes of all time. It's one of those blushes that goes with any makeup look. It's kind of like mauve-y, but nude, but bronzy, but pink. It's the perfect blush. So I'm going to not use that brush. I'm gonna use the Sigma F40. Just apply this one to the cheeks. A little to the nose, a little to the forehead, chin, chest. Then I'm gonna go back into the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. Grab that and put this on the cheekbones. Connect it to the brow like that. Okay, going back to the under eyes with whatever's left over on that big fluffy brush, the 232 that I used. I'm just gonna go and put this underneath my eye. It's gonna be really slight because there's not much left over on this brush. And just use this to give me a guideline, just because I'm not sure how I wanna finish off this look yet. I'm also gonna bring this lightly out towards the temples without dragging the liner out, because the liner is so creamy. If you touch right on top of it and push too hard, you can bring the black too far, and you don't wanna do that. I'm gonna grab Lunar Eclipse. Grabbing a touch of Lucid Dream, Using that underneath as well. I'm gonna pick up that same Lucid Dream shade, but this time on the flat definer brush from Sigma, just so it goes on more pigmented. And just really start working this under the eye. In the waterline, I'm gonna go into Woodstock from Urban Decay. It's this hot pink eyeliner. Pop this in here. I normally would do a nude, you know that, but I wanna switch it up and do something different. I think this will look really cool. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna add some mascara to the bottom lashes. Okay, for lips, I wanna do something like super nude. I'm gonna go into Oak Lip Pencil from MAC. And then in the middle, I'm using Oh Honey lip balm, or lip pencil from MAC, and just kind of lightly putting this in the center, and then using my finger to blend them together. I'm gonna grab the Morphe Continuing Setting Mist, that's the actual name. I usually just call it the setting spray. All right, this is the final look up close. You can see it. I really love how this turned out. I love the eyes. I think this is, even though it's super bright and colorful, I think that this could still work for fall, especially like summer to fall. It's like bright and fun, but it's still deep somehow, and I really love the lips. They're very taupey, and I didn't even use a lipstick, so they are very, very matte, which could be uncomfortable for some of you, but if you want your lip to last, putting lip liner all over them, you're like guaranteed for your lip to stay that color all day. So that's everything, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and watching this tutorial. Please let me know what else you'd like to see from this palette here from me. I'm thinking the blues and maybe like this color here. I really love it, so let me know. And also let me know what other fall makeup tutorials you'd like to see down below. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.